Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We are the United States of the world. We're an emerging nation. We've been around for a little under 3 years and we've been building our foundations on rock, ready to build our economy. We already have in place our treasury, social services, currency, and we are now building our industries to develop our economy, strengthen our currency, and improve its liquidity for the benefit of all members. Who can be a member? Who can be a citizen? Literally anybody. We accept people from every continent, country, colour, class, creed, gender, financial status, educational level, background, anything that, people normally pigeonhole people into different categories. We accept everybody because we don't recognize those pigeonholes. We don't recognize those differences. We see everyone as just a human being, unique in every sense of the word, with something unique to offer to our community. And so should be treated with equal love and respect because they always have something unique of value to bring to us. That being said, we should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. And I'm going to be heading over there right now. And the reason I'm going over to Facebook is we see comments more in Facebook than we see in YouTube and Twitch. And if things go wrong, it's usually in the link up between the app that we use to broadcast, to stream, and Facebook. I'm not sure whether it's the app's fault or Facebook's fault, but we don't get problems with Twitch or YouTube. Okay, right. So I am now heading over to Facebook to check out our group, We Share Abundance Publicly. And when I get there, I'll be looking for the 5th of March. Hopefully. Come on, Facebook. Do your job. Here we go. 5th of March. Looking good so far. I'm going to make sure that my speakers are off so we don't get feedback. And we had top of the comments list from YouTube, Lewis from Portugal. And second in the comments is Sam from Nigeria, I believe. Okay, we are into it. I apologize for being a couple of minutes late, but looks like most of our members are a few minutes late as well. We've got several people watching, but only the one person put his comment in so far. Yeah, I got tied up in looking for motor insurance. It's due for renewal in another couple of weeks, and I got the reminder, and so I thought I'd better check round for what the best deal is. And it always takes longer than you expect, doesn't it? Like everything else in life online, if you're developing and processing and doing things, all takes time. Okay, well, let's see. We have Richard from Devon, not far away from me. I'm here in Cornwall. Been a nice day today, a bit cold, a bit grey, but good weather for winter, really. We got Norman from Doncaster, UK. Okay, UK, okay, right. So we will be getting started in a moment with the updates that we have. Being a weekend, there is no development going on. And similarly, next week, there'll be no development going on because the developers are on holiday. So no programming. There will be changes made in various other aspects that are completed by yours truly. Changes in some of the information on some of our pages, additions of things, and we are in the process of setting up consultations with 3 different organizations to get our gaming plan started. Not gaming, is it game? I don't know. I don't know what you call it. Gaming sounds like casinos and things, doesn't it? This is playing trivia games, and you can play them um, free and just enjoy uh, the games, or you can pay $2, so one time $2, and you can then enter into the um, ability to win money. Okay, and if you win 7 games in a row, you can win over $40,000. How about that? Wow. Right. Okay. Who else have we got? We've got Kingsley in from Manchester, UK. I hope he's not a United supporter. I'm not sure that he's a football supporter at all, but if he's a football supporter, I hope it's not Manchester United. They got thrashed today by their longtime rivals, Liverpool, 7-0. It'll be hurting the Manchester United community. Um, but it's good to have Liverpool back up in the challenge for the top places. They have been um, always in the top two for the last few years, I think. Um, and they seem to have dropped away today, but they're coming back with a blast. It looks like 7-0 against Manchester United. And I think Manchester United were favourites to get an away win. Um, that's what makes sport interesting. You can never, ever predict the results all the time. Okay, you can make predictions and you'll be right some of the time, but things will happen, like in the FA Cup where teams from, 3 or 4 divisions down from Premier League can beat a Premier League side. And it happens in all sport. It happens in cricket, it happens in rugby. So we have, as I say, no development from the developers, no programming that I'll be able to bring to you. But I will hopefully have some definite response on the trivia games that we will be implementing by next week. Um, all being well, we should know where we're going with that and who is going to be doing it. What else have we got? What else have we got? Turnkey Cash Cow. Turnkey Cash Cow is it's our only done for you program. Um, it's for people that um, don't choose to go out there and get involved in um, recruiting, or they feel they're not able to. Hopefully, the program will give them the confidence once they've got some cash coming in from it to be able to talk to people and say, "Yeah, look, it works for me." And I've never been successful in recruiting, sponsoring, and selling online before, but this works for me. So we're hoping that that will be uh, an encouragement to them to go out, because the Done For You program is great and it'll make you good money, but it'll never give you that same satisfaction and the same level of income that you can get through being your master of your own destiny. Okay. Um, if you are a master of your own destiny online, the sky's the limit. There is no limit to uh, what you can achieve in so many ways. And if you are involved in a Done For You program, yeah, of course there are limits. It'll help you and it'll get you into profit and it will um, make you money, and you may be content with just that. But that sense of achievement that you get from doing your own thing is something that is very precious. So hopefully it will encourage the people that are in our cash cow plan to take up the challenge and do a little bit for themselves and grow, not just financially, but in every way through that. Okay. Uh, what percentage of the trivia game shares have been sold? A very small percentage, Richard. We're going to struggle a little bit with finances for it, I think. We wanted to sell uh, 1,000 shares of $100 each, and I can't remember the exact number, but it's probably 20 or 25% of that at the most. And I know it's an expensive thing to get set up, but we will do it one way or another. And it it will bring in a lot of cash for our liquidity pools, and it will be something unique for the members. It'll help them to enjoy life playing these games. Um, you will not be directly competing with somebody. You won't be you and somebody else sat at the other side of the table, or a group of you sat round the table. But you'll be able to play the games, and every game you play will get a score, and that score will, um, give you that competitive part of the game where if you're playing just free games, you'll want to be the top kiddie, won't you? You'll want to have the highest score available, and so there'll always be that competition there. Once you get into the paid side, that score becomes more important because we group people in tens. So the first 10 people that play in the paid side will the top person out of that first 10 will be the winner of that group. The top person out of the second 10 will be the winner of that group, and so on. And then when we have uh, a winner, they go into the next level and they play again. And the first 10 in that next level will form a group. And the winner, the one with the most points in that group, will be the winner of that. And they'll go to the next level and so on. So it'll be very exciting for the people that are involved in the paid side. It'll be very exciting for the people that are in the free side. But once you're in the free side and you see that people, maybe you rack up, I've no idea what the points total will be for the good people, but let's say 100 points is a good score, and you rack up 100 points in the free side, and you notice that somebody in the paid side just won their group with 50 points. You think, well, I could have walked it in that. So you want to get into the paid side and boom, off you go. Um, but you may encounter somebody in the paid side that gets 200 points. So you have to up your game all the time. But every time you lose, you're back in at the same level and you have another opportunity to um, win and win and win and progress. Um, so I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun, and we'll have some people making some really good money out of it. And importantly, as well, it will put a lot of cash into the liquidity pool. The gaming market is huge. Uh, Loads and loads of people play games online, and we only need a fraction of that total gaming market, a tiny percentage, to make us enough money to really boost liquidity and value of our currency through the roof. So that we're looking forward to. Of course, the Turnkey Cash Cow program as well will produce income for our liquidity pools, which will start that upward spiral in our liquidity and value of our tokens. We have things going on now which are helping, but they are drops in the ocean. Not even drops in the bucket; they're drops in the ocean. The turnkey cash cow will be big drops into the bucket, and um, when we get to the trivia games, that will be buckets into the cup or something like that. Um, it's all a matter of scale, but everybody has the opportunity in We Share Abundance. We have our own programs, industries, if you like. Um, we have the Easy Business Builder program. Linked to that, we have what we call the Success on a Plate program, that's SOAP. Um, and we have coupons there, which we give to our members, and you can give those coupons away, and they give the recipient a paid membership in the Easy Business Builder plan. And the great thing about that is you get the coupons free, they get the coupons free, they get a paid membership, and you get a commission, a $3 commission for every coupon that's used. So it's a wonderful plan. We also have advertising. People love advertising online. Lots and lots of people have little side hustles that they're not doing particularly well with, but they need to expose them. Um, you see a lot of people advertising Live Good at the moment. You see a lot of people advertising um, We Got Friends, things like that. And where do you advertise them? Well, you can advertise them and you can get $5, 1,000 full page impressions to buyers in our advertising platform. It's called a Poverty Crusher because it'll help you progress in any of these little side hustles that you've got going. But on top of that, it has an amazing compensation plan where that $5 will turn into hundreds and then thousands of dollars. First of all, tens. Well, first of all, $5, get your money back. Um, and then more and more and more. It'll happen very quickly if you are very active in referring. If you are totally passive and don't do any referring, it'll happen slowly, but it'll happen. Okay. The more people that we have referring in that plan, the faster it'll happen for everybody. The more people we have that are just sat back and saying, "Oh, okay, I'll let it happen," the slower it'll happen for everybody. That is just pure, simple economics. But it's a great plan, and the compensation plan is second to none. Um, I get bombarded with compensation plans for all sorts of new, shiny objects every day. And most of them, the people don't understand the maths behind them. We get people saying to me, "Oh, this is just a 2 by 2 matrix, and you only need 7 people, and then you make $20,000, and it only costs you $5." 7 people at $5 is $35. Do you think you're going to get 20 grand paid out to you for that? If you look at that matrix through 7 levels, you're looking at certainly over 30,000 people that you've got to build into your network. And that's how you can get $20,000. But how many people are capable of building a network of over 30,000 people? Very, very few, if any, okay, in these plans. So they look good on paper. People get hyped into them, whoa, yeah, it's only $5 or $2 or $1 or $10, whatever it may be. And I'm going to make recurring $20,000 payment. Yeah. Okay. I get them all the time, but we do have third-party plans that we do recommend, and you can also put your own third-party plans. If you're into one of these 2 by 2 matrices that'll pay you 20 grand, you can add it in to the downline builder that you have. The downline builder is provided for you totally free of charge. Um, I don't think it's free to add your own program. I think you've got to be at least at the $2 level. $2 a month, to add your own programs into the downline builder. But it's an amazing thing, everybody that follows you, everybody in the network that you grow, um, will see that. And if they choose to join it, then it'll be with your link because you've added it into the downline builder. The same with the programs we recommend. Once you join them, you put your affiliate link in there, your affiliate ID. You don't need to put the link. The link's all built in there. All we need is your ID, and um, that'll go to work for you. If you're already in the plans that you see once you join us, you don't have to join them again. You can just put your affiliate link in. Boom, that's it. It's easy. And we have quite a number of plans, as I say, that we've selected that are among the ones that we think are going to benefit you more than the millions of plans that crop up perhaps not millions every day, but you know what I mean. There's certainly hundreds of them every day. um, so we have them in there, and many of them are passive income plans. These are really popular nowadays. Um, it's always difficult to find which are the really genuine passive income plans. The one I'm more convinced is genuine than any other is Vortic United. Um, it's been started by a guy who made his money trading on his own. Before trading on his own, he worked for major financial institutes, trading for them, making them money. He thought, well, what am I doing this for when I can do it for myself? So he did. So he's made a lot of money. He's been on Facebook for about 7 years, showing his results and helping people with their trading. And he finally, towards the end of last year, started Vortic United to help people. He's made enough money for him. He's satisfied. He's got everything he wants in life financially now. But he wants that true happiness. And true happiness comes through loving service to others. And we've got a little prayer that helps you with that. We're going to give you that right now because we normally start with it, but I've been rambling on. But we've got Ramachandra in as well he's still in Mumbai. He's hoping to head home to Watford in the not too distant future. He's been in India for a long time, okay? But here's our little prayer. It'll help you to get that true happiness that can only be found from loving service to others. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, each member may find the joy of service. Through service, bless each member that they attract true happiness and everything they want and need in life. Amen. Okay. Yeah, chasing money is very difficult. Very few people catch it. Money runs away from you faster than you can run after it. The people that are successful in chasing money usually build huge amounts of financial, of cash. They become multimillionaires, but it doesn't necessarily bring them happiness, and that's why Jensen, he realised that he wanted to be happy. He wanted to help other people. He knows that will bring him that happiness, that joy, that sense of accomplishment. And it's not just in the trading. He's got ideas to build a complete ecosystem, ultimately banking system, to help people that have suffered online through getting involved in the wrong plans, which happens to us all, um, unfortunately. Some of them fail simply because they've got a lack of business expertise, some lack of capital, some it's just bad luck. Some of them are um, in violation of some obscure legal statute in the country that they were started in. And some of them are out and out scams where people set out to simply defraud people. And those are the worst, of course. But they all have the same effect. You get involved in them and you can lose your money. And that is why we say get involved in as many as you can. You want multiple income streams, but don't get involved with cash that you can't afford to lose. Don't put your rent money into them. Don't put your food money into them. Don't let your kids go without shoes because you've got into this plan. Put in money by all means. Give up something, give up a bottle of beer a day or a packet of cigarettes or whatever it may be. Put that money in. That is good usage of your money. But to don't be reckless and use money that is essential for sustaining your lifestyle. But give up something that you can give up if need be to get involved in the plan. That way you can afford to lose it. You don't want to lose it. Nobody wants to lose money. But there will be occasions where you will lose. But if you follow the rules, don't put in more than you can afford to lose and get that back out as quickly as you can, then you are doing well. We've got a program now which we're in, which I'm a little bit dubious of. It's called Mine One Bitcoin. The guy that introduced us to it, I spoke to him earlier on today. He says he's never gone beyond the, I can't remember the name of the plan, but it's the sort of two bottom level plans. He's never gone beyond them, but he just kept with those and he's withdrawn money on a regular basis for over a year. But there are reports that when people get into the higher plan and they start making bigger money, a company doesn't pay. Let's put it that way. I'm not sure whether they do or not, but they certainly put obstacles in your way and cause you to more money in and this sort of thing. So we actually are in one of those higher plans, the golden plan, and so we're hoping we're going to get our money back out. We've got about a little under $400 we put in from another plan that is doing well, Beyond Infinity. That's a really good, solid plan um, as well as Vortic. Vortic is the bee's knees. Vortic for me is the gilt edge, the blue chip plan. Uh, but we've got other plans like AAS, which looks to be very, very sound and stable. We've got funds, which again looks to be very sound and stable. We have Beyond Infinity, which looks to be very sound and stable. Probably others, but they don't come to mind at the moment. Oh, CoinMarketBulls is newish, but it still looks to be sound and stable. But Beyond Infinity, we took a little bit of our commissions out of there and we put them into this bitcoin.com on the recommendation of this member, but he didn't tell us that he'd never gone above those levels. So we got involved in the gold level, which potentially can double your money in 30 days. Potentially. But we've so far pulled out a little over 100. We should get about another $25 out each day now for the next few days, for the next couple of weeks, by which time we'll have our seed capital out. And then whatever happens, happens. It doesn't really matter. We can't lose. And that is the way you've got to approach these plans. You've got to get in with what you can afford to lose. You don't want to lose it. We know that. You don't plan to lose it. We know that. But you get in with what you can afford to lose and you get it out as soon as you can. And that way you can't lose. Okay, you may say, well, I got my seed capital out, but I built it up to $10,000 and then the company disappeared. Okay, you didn't lose $10,000. You didn't lose anything because you didn't have anything invested in it because you got your money out. You lost the chance of having that $10,000, and there are ways that you can mitigate that possibility by compounding a portion and withdrawing a portion once you've got your cash out. And that way, you're pulling a little bit out, you're making a profit all the time, but you're growing your fund. So there are lots of options and ways forward, but those two first rules are the ones that you must always follow. Okay. Yeah, AAS looks to be really good. As I say, we've got a number of those, and of course, the plans that we recommend, we have an account, and any income that comes from us building a network in there goes back into We Share Abundance. It's not for me, it's not for anybody else. It goes back into We Share Abundance, and once again, it's there to help fill the liquidity pools. So it will then benefit all members. As I say, we treat all members with equal love and respect because they're all of equal value. They all have something special to bring to us because they're all unique. And we have a little affirmation that helps us with that as well. And that goes like this: we are so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world, as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay. So that pretty much is the updates. Oh, no, it's not. I was talking yesterday about having intended to get onto the building the funnels from that program, what's it called, System.io. That is also in the Downline Builder. You can join it. It's free to join and use. They have upgraded packages. I don't think that most of you will ever need an upgraded package. If you do, you'll be making a lot of money and paying it's only $27 a month for the first upgrade. Anyway, I don't know what they go beyond that. But you'll be making so much that will be a drop in the ocean. If you've not got to the point where that's a drop in the ocean, you won't need to upgrade. You'll be able to use it totally free. It looks really good. I got involved in starting to learn about that today. I've still got more learning to do so that I can build the funnels for you, and I will be able to share them with you, and you'll be able to use them. We'll build funnels for everything that we promote, and we'll make them available to you so that you can easily find ways of increasing your productivity for your own benefit. And of course, the way our system works, the way our community works, is that when one person profits, everybody profits. Okay, not to the same extent. I mean, if a Turnkey Cash Cow member makes $1,000, everybody doesn't make $1,000, but there's a portion that is spread amongst all the members. In the way that it goes into the liquidity pool, or it helps pay the administration costs and this sort of thing. So everything is interlinked. We are all interlinked anyway. We're all members of the human race. We're all brothers and sisters, and particularly within our economy, one person's success helps everybody else. Okay, there was another thing I said I would get into, and that was the payment of the secondary staking, and I have started on it. There's still quite a lot to be paid out, but some people will have already been paid from the secondary staking. I will continue with that, not tonight now, because it takes a bit of concentration. It's a manual operation, and I need to make sure I get everything right. So by this time of the day, I'm a bit jaded. So tomorrow morning, I'll be back on that. We'll see how far we get. I'm not sure whether I'll get them all paid tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. But we do say that we'll get them done within the first 10 days of the month. So we usually achieve it within the first 7 days. I've got a couple of days to beat that timeline. Hopefully, I'll get them all done tomorrow, but we'll see how it goes. So those two things are also underway. So we've got 4 things underway really at the moment. We have the Turnkey Cash Cow collaboration with ROI Tips. We have the trivia games site, and Richard mentioned, were all the shares sold? No, there's plenty there. I'm not sure. I'll send a message out about it tomorrow, so that anybody that wants to pick up a few extra shares can do. The potential from those shares is huge. One share can make you a multimillionaire, literally. I can't promise that, but the potential is there for that just from one share. It'll take time because we have to build our user base in the games. But as I say, I think something like a 2% of the gaming market would make everybody a multimillionaire that has one share. Okay. But it will take time to build. It'll be slow. When I say time, we're not looking at 50 years, but we're not looking at 24 hours either. You've got to have a little bit of patience with it once we get up and running. But it's very good. I'll find a link to that, and anybody that wants more shares or hasn't had the opportunity to buy a share so far can get one. We'll get that out tomorrow, hopefully. I'll make a note. Shares for games. Okay. You do get a share certificate. We have a company formed for that specific purpose. I think it's called $2 Miracle. No, it's called Fun, something to do with fun games. Can't remember what the name of the company is. I don't know whether I've got it to hand. Just let me have a look. It might be here. Fun Miracles, it is. Fun Miracles Limited. Okay. Right. I've lost Facebook now. Where's that? That should be back here. Yeah. Okay. So we'll get that out. There's plenty of shares there. If we sold them all, there'd be no problem. We are going to be very, very tight on budget for that with the number that we've got sold, but we will get there regardless. Okay. What else? There are 4 things. So we've got the collaboration with ROI Tips. We've got the Fun Miracles. We've got the funnel building with System.io. Join that. It's free to join. You don't have to pay anything ever. Okay. You will. I'm sure they will send you emails trying to get you to upgrade, but you don't have to. There's no obligation to do it. And what's the other thing we do? Oh yeah, paying the secondary staking. We'll be working on all those things, especially those 4 things in the coming week. That's where we are with things. It's all leading to success. It's all leading to getting the liquidity pools built. Get a lot of people that say, why don't you just release some of the coupons? It would help people, and it wouldn't help people. If it would help people, we'd do it. Believe me, there would be nobody happier in this whole wide world, not just in our community, in this whole wide world, than me, if we were in the position to release the free tokens that we give to our members every month. But it wouldn't help anybody. You would not be able to sell them online or offline for anything like the value that they hold, and probably not at all. So we would end up with a situation where there would be lots of tokens out there in the marketplace with no buyers, and the value would just keep going down and down and down and down. That's why we have to first build the liquidity pools so that we can support those tokens when we do allow them to be released. You can make money now promoting the industries that we have and the third-party plans, and all that helps to fill those liquidity pools. But it helps put money in your pocket now as well. So if that's what you are looking for, cash now, Get out there and do a little bit of work. You don't have to put your hand in your pocket, but you do have to share a bit of love and abundance. You do have to help a few people, but it'll make you feel good as well once you get into it. Okay. And you'll find that everything else starts to just happen and work for you. Okay. So do it. Um, how, what do we need to fill the liquidity pools? We need income. Okay. We need income, whether that comes from making sales or from investments. It doesn't matter. Making sales is going to be a faster route to filling the pools because once you start making sales, you can scale that up and up and up. And that is why the Turnkey Cash Cow collaboration with ROI Tips is going to be very important. It will be scalable. So once we get started on that, we will be able to scale that up and up and up, and it'll put more and more cash into the liquidity pools. Investments are great. We've got some investments, as I say, I think Beyond Infinity, Vortic, uh, Market Ball, funds. Can't think of who else, but there are other. Oh, AAS, very powerful. There are several, but it's going to take time. You've got to compound them. When I say take time, 12 months makes a huge difference when you're compounding your income. You take $100 and you compound that at 1.65% per day, which you can get with AAS, for example. Let me find a compound interest calculator. Just a minute, and I'm not going to do a screen share, but I'll tell you what it is. Compound interest calculator. Here we go. I'm going to the site, and it's called thecalculatorsite.com. Okay, you can do this yourself. It has a compound interest calculator. It doesn't want to resolve properly for me at the moment. There it is. So if you just take $100 initial investment, which I'm putting in, and the interest rate of 1.65% daily, and we take it for just 1 year, and we compound it. I'm going to put it in. We compound it, not daily, because it takes a couple of days to get it into. Withdrawals are fast. Withdrawals happen from AAS within a few seconds. Deposits to compound take a couple of days. So I'm going to make it even worse. I'm going to put it in as weekly because they don't have an option for every 2 or 3 days. They've got either daily or weekly. So we'll do weekly and we'll calculate. And that $100 in at 12 months, doing that, I don't know whether you can guess, but at the end of 12 months, that is worth $29,842.89. Okay. You can get that calculator and you can play around with it because it'll show you what is possible for you to do with our plans. Vortic, really, really solid. You're not going to make 1.65% per day with Vortic, but well, let's put $100 in with the minimum level at Vortic, which is 4% a week, I think, isn't it? Let me put $100 in at 4% weekly for 1 year, and we'll compound that weekly, and we calculate that. That is a very safe $768.66. Just $100 compounded weekly at 4%. I think Yeah. I think that you will actually achieve more because as you compound, you will be able to move up in the percentage levels. But but that is like the bottom line, the minimum you make. $100 turns into $768. But you take it over 3 years, and people say, "Oh, I don't want to wait 3 years." No, I'd rather work 40 years and retire on half my pension. 3 years, that $100 turns into $45,000. Okay, um, get that compound interest calculator, play with it. You get into some really safe plans like Vortic. Get into some that you may feel are a little bit more dodgy, but get your cash out once you can. Vortic, I don't think it's too important to get your cash out, but it's follow the rules. If you don't want to be losing sleep at night with any of the plans that you get involved in. You want to be able to say, okay, um, it's going to plan. Uh, I've got some of my money out. The site disappeared. I lost half my money that I put into that plan or whatever it is. It happens. You've got to have that attitude because it will happen. For whatever reason, as I say, sometimes it is because the site is a pure scam. Sometimes it is for many, many, many other reasons that can happen, and we all experience it at some time or other. Um, but the potential once you get into a really solid plan like Vortic is huge. $100, 3 years turned into $45,000. I've not put it in for 5 years, but for 5 years it's going to be absolutely massive. And this is what you're going to be aiming for multiple income streams. But that AAS program at 1.65% per day, um, and you would compound it, about every 3 or 4 days because it takes, as I say, it takes a couple of days to get in. You would find that you've got a huge uh, balance at the end. We've got people in AAS now. One person I was speaking to not long ago, a lady from California, and she's withdrawing $10,000 a month. She was in the beta stage. She put in $500 in the beta stage, which started, uh, I think it was around about May of last year. They actually only launched to the public on the 1st of January this year. We didn't get until I think it was the 25th of January of this year with tiny little investment, but it is growing. Um, but she got in with 500 not a year ago yet, and she is now drawing $10,000 a month from a very good program. Okay, we've got lots of them. Explore them from your downline builder. Get involved in what you can. The more you help yourself, the more you help the community. The more you help the community, the more you'll get back from the community. It's a beautiful way of living. Okay, so with that said, I don't have any more for you. I'm going to check in the Melon app now, which is the app we use, to see if we've got any questions in from Facebook, not Facebook, that's where I was, from YouTube or Twitch, and it doesn't look like we have. So that's it from me. God bless you all. I love you all. I'm here every day, same time, same place, 7 p.m., YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, we share abundance publicly. Until then, be with the warriors, go the extra mile, share some love and abundance, help a few people out. You'll be amazed at the difference it'll make in your life. Okay? Until then, I'll feed the sane, and I'll see you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile. I'll see you later, alligator.